I read a few comments, people saying, no, it's not true. There isn't a money back guarantee. Somebody even made a video about it.
Yes, Greg, somebody did make a video on it, and that somebody would be me. And unfortunately for you, I'm back to dismantle this updated return policy that you keep peddling in your videos. And let me tell you folks, after doing some digging, I've come to the realization that this new return policy isn't only as bad as the old one was, but it might actually even be more dangerous. Now, to understand why all this is so shady, we first have to see what was changed from my last video. I won't go into why, in my personal opinion, for legal reasons, I believe that testosterone itself is a scam, because I've covered this as well as the reviews of the product in the last video, but today we'll just focus on the return policy itself, because I've noticed that over the past few months, the marketing of this product went from, hey, here's this supplement with steroid-like effects, to, hey, we promise we'll give you your money back, just please buy a box or two, please. Thankfully, I still have all the screenshots of the old return policy, so we can compare them directly here. So, alright, what's new? Well, from my last video, they added international returns, which now means that the rest of the planet can also return the product, not just the Americans. And they also bumped up the gift cards from $20 to $50. Wow, this seems like a great deal, right? Let me show you the real numbers so you can see how terrible this actually is. I just so happen to be the perfect test subject for this because, as you may or may not know, Mr. Zoorp is an international man. I'm a European citizen, so I'll be trying the new and improved international return system that they're promoting. So okay, I added a box of testosterone in my cart, and after putting in my details, the shipping was calculated to be about $37. We haven't even started yet, and we're already down $117 for a 13-day supply of a supplement that, in my opinion, for legal reasons, does absolutely nothing. By the way, they recommend you to take 2 to 3 pills per day, and the box of this stuff contains 40 pills, so if you take 3 per day, the box will last you 13 days. That's where the math comes from, if you were wondering. Also, I thought this was really slimy. I just put in my email here to check the shipping cost, and I just deleted it from the text field right after. I didn't actually buy anything. And why do I bring this up? Because as I was writing the script for this very video, I got an email from HTLT Supplements on the same email that I've typed out in that little text box. Not only did they email me crap without me ever agreeing to it, nor me giving them my actual email, like I didn't submit it anywhere, but they signed me up to their stupid spam newsletter that I had to unsubscribe from without, again, ever agreeing to it. Great consumer privacy there, Greg. Jeez, I wonder what their views are on consent if they thought this was okay. Anyways, let's get back to the main scheme because this was just a side quest for them, I guess. So where were we? Ah yes, we're down $117 for one box of Turk, right? Haha, you gotta read more carefully than that, my friend. Since we're shipping this internationally, we also need to add the customs tax. This is clearly written in the little question mark next to the shipping label on the checkout page that nobody will ever read other than me for this video. And this customs tax is different for every country, and since there's at least like 3 or 4 countries out there in the entire world, I won't be able to cover them all in this video. But in my specific case, this is another $37 on top of the original $117. So to recap, we bought one box of this stuff to give it a try, because you can only return one box, by the way. And this box that we've spent $154 on will only last us about 13 days. Besides this, they also bombarded my email with ads that I didn't agree to, but okay, we're off to an amazing start. But hold on to your seats, folks, because it gets even worse than this. So we get our supplement, we take it for less than 2 weeks, and surprise surprise, it doesn't do jack shit. Not only because, in my personal opinion, for legal reasons, testosterone doesn't do anything on its own, but also because 13 days is just not enough time to see any results with basically any supplement. I mean shit, even steroids don't work that fast. So okay, cool, time to return this piece of crap and get my money back, and that elusive $50 gift card, right? Well, here's where things start to become very interesting, ladies and gentle Zoorps. So first of all, you need to pay for the return shipping and tax, which Greg will not refund you. Now, on the original money back guarantee, it also says they won't refund the original shipping and taxes. This statement is nowhere to be found on the new conditions list. It doesn't explicitly say they will refund the original shipping and taxes, but it also doesn't say they won't, so I'll just assume that Greg's team forgot to write this one in, and I'll assume it stayed unchanged. This also makes sense because the shipping money goes to the shipping companies, not HTLT Supplements, so they would actually have no way of refunding you that money other than pulling it out of their pockets, which, yeah, good luck with that one. But before, we have to email back and forth with the amazing HTLT support team. After emailing back and forth with some dude from Bangladesh for a few days, you'll finally have the privilege of paying even more money than what you originally paid for on shipping to send an empty cardboard box halfway across the globe. Now you might be wondering, why are they requiring you to spend anywhere between $55 and $75 to ship an empty cardboard box halfway across the globe? Well, my dear Zoorpling, the reason for that is fuck you, that's why. they probably don't even need that box. They'll spit on it and throw it away as soon as it gets there. They just want to add more annoying steps to this process to make you say, well, fuck this, I'm not even gonna return it at this point. Like, think about it. This isn't a phone or a graphics card, it's an empty cardboard box, for fuck's sake. Not to mention that if you have the money to buy a $100 supplement that will last you 13 days, you probably make a good living, which means that your time is valuable, which means that spending time arguing with the support staff and going out to ship this cardboard box is actually costing you money. But that's besides the point. But let's assume you're dedicated, so you spend the $55 to ship this thing back and you get your $50 gift card and money back in return. Well, okay, let's recap the math so far. We've spent $154 to buy the supplement, and we've spent another $55 to ship it back. So altogether, we're down $209 here. But good news, your return has just been accepted. So they pay you back the original $80 that the product costs, since as far as I can tell, they still don't refund the shipping cost. So that's $209 minus $80, which now means you're down roughly $125 in total. But hey, what about that $50 gift card, you might say? Yeah, as I've mentioned in the last video, the gift card is for Greg's own website. So let's think about this real quick. If you spent $200 on a supplement that lasted you 13 days and didn't do jack shit, and the company that sold you the supplement made you ship an empty box halfway across the globe, would you still want to do business with that company? Yeah. That's what I thought. But let's say you were dropped on your head as a kid and you want to take advantage of this $50 gift card. So you buy a tub of creatine, you know, a supplement that actually does something, and some ashwagandha maybe. Well, guess what, dummy? You have to pay for the shipping and taxes again. So that $50 value that you got back will immediately be gone once you pay for the shipping for these new products. So if you were following along with the math, at the end of this money back guarantee, an international customer like me will be down $120, which is more money than the original price of the supplement itself. Not to mention that you will have to waste your precious free time emailing back and forth with some dude from Bangladesh while also having to arrange the shipping for an empty fucking box. And this is also if you buy the cheaper Turk Builder Max. With Turk Builder Platinum, you can slap on another $20 on top of this total. Okay, let's calm down. Now, the math works out better if you're a US customer. I do have to mention this to keep my journalistic integrity intact, but it's still far from a great deal. Using this random California address, my total for one box of this stuff came out to be $95. And if we assume that shipping it back will cost about $15 as well, after that whole merry-go-round, you'll be down $110. Meaning that after they pay you back the original $80, you'll be down $30 overall. If you take advantage of the gift card, you can technically be up $5 by the end of this whole interaction, but this assumes that you want creatine and another bullshit supplement for $20 to pair it with, or a 2-pound tub of vegan protein powder or something. Because let's be honest, if you weren't genuinely in the market for that beforehand, well, you're again down $30. And now assuming that if you're in the market for creatine and protein powder, one or the other, you cannot buy both with that $50 gift card, you aren't stupid enough to be in the market for Turk. So again, I really don't understand who this return policy is for. This is also not accounting for all the time you'll spend dealing with customer support and shipping this thing back. I mean, even if you make $15 an hour, it's just not worth it to return it at that point. I mean, these return policies do have this many steps and legal loopholes for a reason. Now, the reason why I said this new return policy is even more dangerous than the old one is because with both of them, you end up losing money in the end. But the difference is, this new return policy is more appealing to the average customer, at least on the surface. It took me multiple hours to research all of this, read all the fine print, and do all the math, which your average consumer that's busy shouldn't be expected to do. People take Greg for his word when he says stuff like this.
You literally have nothing to lose, but only something to gain.
And why do they take him for his word? Well, because it's Uncle Greg. It's the guy with the funny parrot voice and the Enrique memes. I mean, surely he wouldn't use manipulative sales tactics on me. I mean, it's Uncle Greg. But Zoorplings, I'll leave you with one piece of advice before the holidays. If a YouTuber is selling you something that's not a t-shirt, it's probably a scam. Stay safe and watch this video here where I go over the OG fitness YouTubers and where they ended up now. I know you'll love it if you like this video. Zoorp out.